Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about a different topic, not exactly any new micro niche. The reason is there are a lot of people commenting in the comments section asking me to talk about the other steps and topics associated with the journey of creating a successful affiliate website. So what I thought was I will continue to do my research to discover new micro niche topics, but I will publish one video that would be most likely on Sundays, talking about the new micro niche that I am going to discover, and some other day in the weekdays I'm going to publish one more video associated with other topics related to affiliate marketing or creating a new website, which are very critical again in the journey of online marketing. Okay, so as part of that, today we are going to discuss about the expired domains. There was a question from one of the gentlemen asking me, is it really worth to go for an expired domain? So the answer is yes, it is worth to go for expired domain, but you need to be extremely careful and you need to do a proper checks before you actually select an expired domain. I answered to that question, but I thought maybe it will be beneficial to all of you to get to know the details. Okay. So before we start, see, there's a lot of these topics related to your SEO or online marketing, affiliate marketing, always will have different opinions, different perceptions, and different ways of looking at it. Okay, so whatever I am going to talk about are purely based on my experience, and whichever gave me some kind of a success, I am going to talk about it. And by no means these are absolutely 100% true or correct for everybody in every context, or this is the only way to do that. Maybe different people must have got the success in a different way. Absolutely fine. You can actually get the knowledge from others as well. If others have a better thoughts or some other experiences, please share with them. But what I am actually going to talk about is in last few years, what I observed, what I experienced. I'm just trying to basically share that with all of you. Okay. Now let's get into the topic. The topic is expired domains. Okay. Now the question is, if the main question is it worth to buy expired domains? The straightaway answer is for sure. Yeah, it has its own benefit, but at the same time you need to be very careful. So for me, there are three advantages of purchasing a expired domain. What are all those three? So number one is basically aging. So what it means is, if expired domain always means that would have got registered by somebody long back, right? So obviously there is a school of thought in search world that the older domains always get some kind of a advantage to in the rankings. Again, these are all basically debatable and all that, but my observation is also that this it's partially to it gives some kind of a benefit. Number two, your backlink profile. Again, if for the people who are not very familiar with this technical terms of backlinks is nothing but the references of from the other websites to your website. So what happens is, once you create any website and launch, okay, intentionally or unintentionally, there will be some references from some other website linking to your site. Okay, they will, if you produce a very quality content, when other bloggers write something, they do refer to the content that's been produced by you. It happens. Okay, so search engines see some of these references has some kind of a credit to your website. But again, there are so many factors are there, like normally nowadays it is a quality over quantity. That means the reference should come from the more relevant website and very high quality reference and all those things are there. But always I think good backlinks will always help the website to rank. Okay, so that's why this is one of the primary reason why people look for the expired domain. Last one is search traffic or ranking. Okay, that means if the domain got expired very recently, then it must have been already ranking for certain terms. If you create the similar content, then without any delay you can get ranked for the same terms. This don't happen very often, because most of the times once the domain got expired, even the rankings get vanished, but still it's a possibility. Okay, now there are, I also feel there are some disadvantage. One disadvantage is also there. What it is disadvantage. So if you are actually starting a new website, you have all the flexibility to decide what kind of a name you need and all that. You can try it out with different combination. Okay, but when you are actually going for the expired domain, you need to compromise there. You won't be able to find the exact name or the combination that you are looking for, because there are only so many options available. You will have to pick one out of them. Okay, right. So these are all the mainly advantages and disadvantages. Now let's look at it. So for me, there are three key factors that you need to verify before buying a expired domain, because if, as much as you see the benefits, if you don't properly validate, it can also work in a negative way. I personally experienced one of the website, after publishing about, I think 8-9 articles, I had to bring down the website because it was actually getting some negative impact, and then go for a new domain. Okay, so let me actually tell you what are all the three critical things that you need to verify when you are purchasing expired domain, again from my experience point of view. Critical factors to be considered. Okay, number one, you basically look for, there is something called spam score. Okay, we'll get into the details. And number two, you look for a domain rating. So typically if you start a new website, it will, your DR will going to be 0. DR, again, technically the stand for domain rating. Domain rating indicates how established your website is. If you're starting a new site tomorrow, it will be a 0 obviously, but if you're purchasing an expired domain, you expect at least more than 0. Okay, it is difficult to get high DR sites. If you are lucky, you can get, but anything above 0 is basically advantage to you. Okay, third one is you also look for backlink profiles. So we just discussed about what is backlink, but at the same time you need to see certain attributes related to, or some other details related to backlinks. Okay, so we'll see some example and check it out. So there are multiple tools available in the market to go for an expired domain, but my favorite, and I use this, there is something called expireddomains.net. Okay, you can also use it. So mainly I like this tool because it has so many filters here. Like you can filter out if you need a numbers hyphen in the name or not, you need a certain keyword, or you want only the Demos ranked website or Alexa ranked websites. There are so many options out there. It gives so much of flexibility. Okay, so I use it extensively whenever I am going for a new site. Now, so just for an example, right? Let's filter out all the expired domains with minimum backlinks of 100, and I'm looking for something, let's look at some websites available with the keyword something called home. Okay, let's this is the filter we are applying. Now here are the results basically. Okay, now let's check, maybe 2 or 3 examples we'll take and validate what exactly we need to what do you mean by these critical factors. Okay, so let's pick the first site, something called naturalhomelife.com. Now, so to check these things, there are multiple tools are available again in the market. There is one free tool that I normally use for spam check. Okay, something called websitechecker.com. Okay, this is free tool. You can also use it. And where do we see that? I think this is the place. Domain authority, or okay, I think this is the one. Let's check. So the first element what I said is spam score, right? What spam score means is, um, because we are talking about expired domain, the site was live sometime in the past, right? So if the site, the old site had published any kind of a spammy content, or any was involved any kind of an illegal or spammy things, or whatever, maybe the black hat kind of things, then it must have got some penalties. or that's, in other words, I think there will be some kind of a score assigned to that, something called spam score. Okay, there are different ways and processes to uh, check the penalty and spam score and all those. Let's not get into that. Simple bottom line is, if there is a high spam score for the domain, I stay away from that. I suggest everybody to stay away from that. People say that okay, you can still go and do some process to remove the spam score and all that. I don't want to get into that. Okay, there is a high spam score. Why we want to again do all these yeah, complete unwanted process and put so much of effort, knowing that there is a risk? Anyway, you are going to buy a new domain, look for an alternate domain. Okay, so how we check is, so now we picked up this particular domain, right? Naturalhomelife.diy.com. Let's apply here and check it out. Details. Here it is. Um, let's see what it is. See here. So this actually tool gives you a lot of details. So here something called SS. SS meant for spam score. It says just 1%. This is perfectly fine. Some websites will have anything 20%, 30%. So thumb rule is anything more than 10%, I stay away from that. Now, depending on your risk appetite, you can pick whatever it is, but I don't go anything in double digit. I don't basically pick that particular website. I see a lot of risk in that. Okay, so that's what the spam score is. Now, DR in some tools it is also called as a DA. Basically, it should be more, anything more than 0 is always beneficial for you. Higher is always beneficial. You should look for it. Now, if you see, right, DA also you can find it out from this free tool. Okay, it's a 3. It is more than 0. Yeah, not bad. You can always basically get some benefit out of it. Now, third one is, we wanted to check the backlink profile. Backlink profile, see here also you have something called a backlink checker. If you do not have access to any of the paid tools, you can use this, or there is something called Ubersuggest is also there. You can also use this tool to check the backlink profile. These also give, I think, the basic information that is required. But my favorite would be always to go for a Hrefs, but there is no mandatory. You check these things and then take a decision. For me, I have accessibility, so I will go ahead and use that tool. Okay. Now let me try it out. Okay, so here I can see the backlinks 952. Okay, looking pretty good, fine. But what we need to check is get into the details. So there are again 3 different aspects I look for within the backlinks. Okay, what are those? Number 1, I look for from basically the reference websites DR. So is it coming from the very low DR websites, the backlinks, or coming from the decent DR websites? Okay. Number 2, relevance. I look for if the backlinks are coming from the relevant websites. Okay. Third one, I also look for backlinks to homepage. We'll look into the example and it will be clear to you. Now, for example, if you see this, right, this particular domain, which one we picked up? So we picked up this naturalhomelife.diy.com. See, by looking at this domain, you wanted something related to natural or home related or natural related. Okay. Now, if you see, right, first one is what we wanted to check is reference website DR. So from these are all the basically the reference pages from where the backlinks are coming. Now their respective DRs are available here. So 11, 11, 11. Okay. So these are all the sites from where you have backlinks. I think 11, of course, you are starting from 0, not bad. You can, higher is always better, but something is better than nothing. Now, but at the same time, we want to say DR is okay. Now relevance is fine. You can check the relevance also. You can see that I think here something I felt like not very natural. So almost everything is coming from the same website. So one more factor we can check is basically links from different websites or same website. So how to check this thing? Check here. So here you can actually one link per domain. Okay. So you click on this. Here you go. See, even though you have a 900 plus links for this particular website, every link is coming from only one domain. Tomorrow, if something happens to your domain, or if it is not worth, you are gone. So there is no advantage of it. So I actually don't pick this particular domain because it did not satisfy. At least we need to have some varied websites. Otherwise, there is a high possibility that this domain also belongs to the same gentleman who started this website. So then it is as good as basically you are doing a your own internal linking kind of thing. Okay, that's something called PBN. Is it? Let's not get into the concept. Typically, if I apart from basically reference website, DR, relevance, homepage will come to that, and we also check if it is coming from the links are there from the different websites. It's failed here, so I personally don't go with this. So let's pick one more example, which is home restore roster, something like, okay, home improvement union. Let's check this. Okay, let's validate. Let's go to our web, this one, spam score, and check it out. Okay, check. Okay, see here, spam score is 56%. This means basically this site was penalized. This has a very high risk of getting penalized. I didn't notice this sometime back, a year ago, when I picked up some domain. I was in a hurry, I didn't do all this analysis. Then once we started, then I realized that it was not doing well, and in spite of actually having a very good content. Then I went and verified these things. I found about it has about 39% or something. Okay, I don't remember exactly, but this is very, so since then I decided I will not go for anything with spam score double digit. Now you see 56%. No for this website. There are, if you find search for in Google, there are a lot of people talking about how to remove spam score and all. I don't want to get into that. So let me look for an alternate option. Okay, so this is where it is, spam score. Okay, now let's look at maybe one more. Okay, let's check if we have any better name here. Um, eHome. Okay, let's pick this homeshopperdeals.com. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check the spam score for this. Okay, let's apply. Okay, I think this is looking good. Your spam score is 1%, perfect. So your validation is true. Spam score is fine, right? And now let's look into the DA is 3, better than 0, greater than 0, fine. Now basically let's get into backlinks profile. What was the domain? Then let's apply in our hrefs. Okay, see here, backlinks about a 278, right? Let's do further analysis of these backlinks and check it out. What kind of backlinks are these? So here it is. Now, what are all the 4 things that we spoke? One is the reference website DR, relevancy, and links from different website, and finally we'll come to what it meant by homepage. Okay, so number 1, reference DR. Now you can actually sort by DR and check what kind of a DR. So DR32, DR32, I think many of them are DR32, and they are, a lot of them are 0 and all are there. Okay, that means at least there are different varied DRs are there. Fine, so we can, so then second one is relevance. So let's look at the relevance. Relevance is basically we are talking about something home shopping and complimentary home shopper magazine. This looks perfect to be perfectly relevant to the topic what we are talking about, right? And now third one is basically links from different websites. Let's group one link per domain and see how many domains will come. Yeah, there are 3 domains. Always go for, it's better than one. Still I think I would suggest go for the multiple some more analysis, but this is okay, not bad. At least I think 3 domains looking different. Of course DR is only 0 for these two, but these are very much relevant website. That's the most important listing exchange of real estate professionals, which is very much closely associated with this. Now what it means to the homepage. So links normally they can give the links to your sub page or your home page. Okay, so for example, if you see here, right, the most of the links are going to the home page, and sometimes you can actually the links may go to your internal page also. So I actually prefer to have the more links to home page, because when you actually buy this domain and build the domain and content, right, it is very difficult to create the same pages of the structure this particular website had when it was live. They would have created their internal page URL depending on the topic they selected. So we are not going to write, not necessarily going to write on the same topic. So our internal page URLs are going to be different. So in that case, what happens is this particular backlink, though it is pointing to that particular internal page, so that becomes more like an obsolete, because that page is not available anymore, right? So there are, I think, tricks like a permanent redirect and all that is there. Yeah, we can do all that, you still can get some benefit of it, but as far as possible, if there is an opportunity, i I look for something where you have more links towards the home page. If you see here, right, most of the links are going to the home page. For me, this is the very ideal situation, because we are purchasing the home this domain. That means home page is going to remain same. So all these links, the moment you launch this website, this particular all these links are going to become active automatically. Okay, and very much relevant if you are to starting basically launching a site on the similar kind of a domain, then perfectly this organically fits into your new website structure also. Then you need not to do any of other workarounds here. In that way, actually, I always look for more links. I don't say 100%, more links towards pointing towards the home page. Okay, these are the 4 checks I check. This particular domain, at least for me, I think relevance is there, homepage is there, and reference website, we have seen one website 32, that's good. Of course, links from different websites, there are only 3 websites are, but still okay. If you can find a better than this, you go for it. Otherwise, this is also not bad. Okay. So this is how we validate any of the negatives, especially these 2 things. One is spam score in double digit, my personal experience, no, and backlinks, again, if it is coming either only from one website or something, I think a spammy kind of links, stay away from that. Rest all I think should be okay. So if you do a proper validation, all these analysis and pick up the right domain, I'm sure, I think you can get some benefit. I did see some kind of a benefit when I launched a new site. Mainly the one benefit what I saw was typically if it is a brand new site, I saw that it takes about nearly anywhere about 4 to 6 weeks of time to even see my first rankings. Okay. But if it is a expired domain, I saw within a week, within couple of weeks, I saw search terms actually getting appearing in the search engines. Okay, that's the advantage what I have seen. So again, different people may have a different experiences, but this is what my experience and my suggestions and advice to you. If you like it, go ahead and apply it, and take a decision according to your situation. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you like the video. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.